Hello. Hi. No. Can you hear me? First of all, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Because I don't know what's going on with my lives on Sunday and the weather, but it's raining again. It's raining again. So it was raining pretty hard, and I was like, oh, there's a storm. There was a lot of wind noise, a lot of things like going around. And all night it was like this, actually. So I was like, maybe, I don't know, we will have problems with the connection or with the sound. So I was like, oh, I'm going to start earlier. So yes, I'm okay. It's just that probably you don't hear it this like strong, but for me, when it rains, I hear it like really strong. Hi, Cosmos. So I hope it doesn't interact and that you can hear me clearly and that I'm not talking too loud, because if it starts raining, like pouring really strong, I will probably raise my voice because I can hear all the sounds. And nothing is burning, it's my sage that was here. How are you guys? Ah, okay. I brought my mate. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know if you know about. Oh, you're busy on Sunday? Do you work on Sundays? Hi, Sam. Oh, oh. You're going to do great. But it's normal to be nervous, yes. Yes. It's more about the nervousness than the whole. Um... Oh my God. You have fever? Are you okay? Is it COVID or is it just fever? I don't know why, but when you have fever here, everyone freaks out. The same when you have a cough, when you start coughing or something like that, people start panicking. Yes, get well soon. Definitely, fevers brings you down. Like, so I'm going to show you my mate. I don't know if some of you knows about, but this is our Argentinian traditional hot drink. That in other countries like oh, okay. Um, you know that in other countries you drink tea, you drink coffee. Well, we do have tea and coffee, but our traditional drink, it's called mate, and it has herbs on it. I don't know if you can see it. It has herbs on it. You, I don't use sugar, but I put like a sweetener, and then you have this container that it contains the hot water, and you pour on it. You pour on it. Yes, it's sweet, but you can have it also without. Some people have it like bitter, without anything. And you pour the water here, and you drink from this. And every time it, yes, it's like a tea, but it's very dynamic. I mean, it's very like you can. This is why mate is so addictive, because it's not like the tea. You know, when you have tea or coffee, that if you leave your cup or if you don't drink it right away, either it's too hot or it's too cold. In the case of mate, you pour it, then you drink it, and you see the water starts, like, as you drink it, the water starts to diminish. And then when it's done, you put it again. And that's how you drink it. And you can look, this has like almost, I think it's 1 liter, and I drink it all. So it's like, it's very convenient. It's like, and it's also very like, we say here that mate is like a great companion for us, because when we share it with friends, you can share this with others. This is why the straw is a metal straw, it's not the regular straw. But this drink, the particularity that it has, and also the meaning behind this is to share with others. Of course, this was previous pandemic, but nevertheless, people have some portables of this, or each one brings their mate along. So, hi LYQ. I'm having trouble saying LYQ. Maybe some of you should tell me if you are comfortable enough, if you want to tell me your names, so I will not be like saying usernames, but just if you feel comfortable. So it's the thing about mate is that it's very relaxing. It's very it maintains okay, Helio. Your name is Crescent? I don't know if I have like Argentinian subscribers. Oh, I will call you Ana, okay. Because well, everyone knows about mate. I mean, in Latin America at least. But I don't think I have many Latin, except my friends. I don't have many people from Latin America, because they always request me to put Spanish subtitles. Hello, Putri. And like, I actually like, it's a lot of work to put Spanish subtitles. Of course, I can do it, but I upload like almost once a day. So if I have to translate this, and at first I was like, maybe I wanted to start like the readings in Spanish. I wanted to start doing the readings in Spanish, and I don't know why I was like, no, I was like, I know I'm not great at English, but I wanted to reach different cultures, and I know that people in Latin America know English as well. Yes, I do them between readings. This is why I actually do them, because since I'm working on my readings, I always make a small time to do the spread for the idol of that day or the subject of that day. So I take the picture And then when I have a free time or when I'm done recording personal readings, I start recording those. So I can use the same energy, in the sense that, for me, it's not just like spreading the cards on the table. It's a whole process of cleansing my space, cleansing myself. I do a lot of prayer. Like I have to, like, have a space, for example. I don't know if some people here are tarot readers, beginners, or are interested in reading the tarot, but actually, you cannot read tarot if you are like drinking alcohol. I mean, don't, like, try to be in your best condition, especially. And also, some people say that you need to be also in a good mood to read the cards, because if you are down, you possibly can affect the readings. And this is sometimes something that I notice about some tarot readings that I came across, that I don't follow, but I came across, and I noticed that the readers are a bit low on energy. I'm not, I try to make a clarification always, because I'm not that kind of person that is like, oh, your energy is low, you have to vibrate higher, you have to get higher frequency, you have to be woke. No, I don't believe in those stuff. I mean, you do whatever you want to do with your spirituality, but for me it's more about common sense. Because I do that with my clients when I'm on a consultation with a client that, for example, doesn't require the tarot, when it's one-on-one conversations. If I am in a bad mood, if I am in a bad condition, I cannot give that person's concern or circumstances that they're talking to me about. They're telling me their problems, and I'm like, inside I'm like, but I'm thinking about my own problems. So, that's not, either you do it well or you don't do it. Like at least that's how I work. This is probably, for me, it's easier to, like, to differentiate my current mood and what I bring to the consultant. And do you like reading energy, or do you predicting? Sometimes I sense the energy when it's too negative or when it's too strong, especially when I go to someone's house or to. That's why I prefer, like, online tarot readings. Like, the pandemic actually taught me a lot when it comes to online tarot readings, and I'm sending you a video or a recording, because actually, hi, Yechi. I had people actually that they wanted me to go to their house and bring the cards. And actually, when I tried to read for them, I would get sick or I would feel really uncomfortable, especially when there's dense energy in the place and in the person themselves, because I also have these consultants that sometimes they are very anxious. So, for example, I'm shuffling and they are like this. They are like, so anxious about, oh, okay, what should I do? What card should I pull? And so it's like, no, let me do it on a distance. So, I can connect with the person's energy if I have their names or I have their birth date, I can do it. But when it was like I had to be in person, for me it was very draining physically, because there were people that, it's not about you carrying a bad energy or a bad vibration or whatever they call it these days. It's more about you being worried, you being like, yes, yes. So it's not actually about the other person, like being, oh, like you got something on you, this is why there's so many blockages in your life. No, actually the energy is always available. It's just that people go through stuff. Does the client watch it live or in pre-cord reading? It's a pre-cord reading. Yes, like the ones I do on YouTube is the same ones that I send the clients. I send the client, the person requesting it, I send them a link, but it's private, so it doesn't come out on the channel, or I use another channel. So the person can use it and go to it whenever they need it. Because sometimes this is what happens. For example, in Latin America, in my clients that live in my country, I actually use WhatsApp because here we use it. We have WhatsApp, and I send like these audio files, so it stays in their. I send to them through message, and they can have it like on their phones or on their memory card, so they can listen to it whenever they want to, because this is also something that happens during tarot readings, especially the ones when you are present, is that sometimes people, when I have them in front of me, they are present, and they are like, yes, I understand what you're saying. Oh, I resonate with what you're telling me. Oh, I got this that you're telling me right now. But actually, after I leave, they are left with a void. They are like, oh, what did she say? Oh, I know she said something to me, but I don't remember. So I think that it's better to trust technology on this, so you can watch the video or you can hear the recording when you need it, because sometimes this is what happens at least when I read, I say a lot of things. If you watch my channel, I do. It's not actually ranting. I wouldn't call it ranting. It's more like a information. So it's good. It's okay if you listen to it a few times or later, so you can be like, oh, she said this to me, and now it's happening, or now I'm going through the same. Because in the moment you have a lot of anxiety. You want an answer, or you want a reflection, or you want an interpretation. So you are so excited that probably you are not listening. This is important. It's not, you have to have an intuitive listening. The other day I had a client. I also want to take this moment to say thank you to the people that reach me through my email, and they request paid readings. They even request paid readings for their idols, for their favorite idols. And they are not intrusive at all. They are not like, oh, I want to know this and this. So they are very respectful. They know how it works. So they are like, oh, I know you don't do shipping readings, but I want to know this. And just the message that you can get. And I'm like, I really appreciate that. And I also appreciate that they have a moment to do a money retribution, or a monetary retribution, because it actually does help to my energy. The readings that I do for the idols in the channel are for free, but somehow the ones that are paid, this is why also the service of tarot reading and astrology and all of that, it's a sort of like retribution, because it's not about the money, it's not about the cost, the financial cost, it's more about the intention. I'm giving you this message and you are giving this back to me. So the message that I give you will probably come true than actually, I notice people, for example, my friends, that actually I wouldn't call them friends, because one thing is that I read for free for idols that we all love and respect, or a subject that we are all excited to know about, and we are like, okay, guys, I'm going to pull cards for them. But in my case, since I started to get a business as a tarot reader, as a counselor, in having all astrology and all everything that I do offer, I had a lot of quote-unquote friends or acquaintances that they were like, oh, I'm going through this. Can you pull a card for me? Yeah. Can you pull a card for me? And it's like, oh, I'm going through this. Can you like, and I was like, that this is my business. This is something that I'm doing professionally because I studied. For people that think that tarot you don't study, no. Tarot it's about intuition. Yes, you have to exercise your intuition. There's not enough books in the world that can actually help you to read them, but at the same time you have to study. You have to study. You have to buy the decks. Tarot decks are not cheap. Like the courses. Each year I have to do a new course. To sort of, because the tarot also evolves. Just like we evolve as people, the tarot also evolves because we are reading for different people right now. Yes. And actually, what I do love about tarot, about the way I read it, that it's a bit therapeutic, like with a therapeutic, uh, uh, like technique, is that it actually takes away the preconceptions that people have of tarot. People think like, oh, I'm scared of tarot because tarot is going to tell me something that I'm not prepared to hear. Like, oh, the cards are going to say something is going to happen, and I don't want you to say something negative to me. And I'm like, the cards do not communicate anything bad. The ones that we hold are fears in ourselves. Of course that the cards reflect what we feel, of course. But at the same time, it's like, what are you afraid to know? How do you listen to your intuition? You hear something. It's a mix of, yes, sensations, I would say. Yes, it's a mix of sensations. Yes. For example, when I read for idols, it's more like words come out of my mouth, and I'm like, I don't know where that come from, but I guess they need to know this. With no foresight, for example, whatever I predict always turn out to be the opposite. You could use other oracles. Have like energy too, like you have to get to know you. Actually, the cards, I don't think the cards have energy, but I actually, when I buy a new deck, the important thing is that you have to fill it with your energy. So I remember when I started reading about tarot when I was a teenager, there was a magazine, there was like, I don't know, like a very spooky magazine that said that when you bought a new deck, that you had to leave it under your pillow and you had to sleep on it because you would connect your unconscious with the deck, and you will have to have it with you, especially if it's new. You have to touch it. You have to. It's like when you put your energy on it. You put your energy, and I always cleanse it. And this is other thing that I think that is very beneficial since the pandemic happened, and also I think that it's energetically very necessary, is that when I read for people at a distance, they don't touch the cards. So I think that the cards stay, how can I say this? Stay more clean. I know we're talking about pandemic, and probably, yes, this could be one of the reasons about not getting anything contagious, but at the same time, I think that sometimes it's not necessary for someone to touch the cards. That actually I can pull the card for you if I concentrate on you. And it works. So I was like, because my cards actually, I felt a bit like not comfortable after people touched them. It actually, after I used them, I placed them on my place that I have a table that I have a lot of crystals, because I do use a lot of crystals for the deck cleansing. So yes, because the deck feels heavy. Actually, feels when I touch it. It feels like not clean, but not literally not clean. No, 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 I don't think so. No, because actually the karma, you bring it with you. I don't believe in karma, but I do believe we come here to evolve. For example, I always had, since I was younger, I've always became curious, like, why am I interested in the tarot astrology? Ever since I was really young, and I didn't know anything about this, I was very drawn to this. And none of my family were like this. So I think that we come with a certain, maybe for previous lives, we come, but what I do know, and I don't know if that has to do with karma or if that has to do with the previous experience I had in other lives, is that you shouldn't do to others what you don't want others to do to you, because everything comes back. So if you are a very yes, if we are this kind of people that we are like, oh, I have to get away with what I want and I don't care, I'm always very, very cautious about, yes, inconsequences. Yes, inconsequent. Thank you, Hilal. You helped me find the right word. I wasn't like understand. So I think that in that sense, uh, and no, no one ever actually told me that, like, oh, you should be careful of this, you shouldn't do this. No, actually, I was raised in a Catholic household. I was baptized and everything. Then I went to a Christian German school when I was in elementary school. Then I went. Then I finished my high school years in another Catholic school. So I've always been surrounded by people from different religions and stuff. But I always had my own. Um, my own perception is that I don't believe in religions. I believe, like you say, I believe in good deeds. I believe that if I give the best of me, I can receive the best of me. But it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to trust people. It's not easy to be like, oh, I'm going to be a very evolved being that is all love and peace. No, it's not easy. You have to do a lot of inner work. You have to know yourself a lot. Yes, Maria, I always see 11 at the same time, like you, especially when I grab the phone, I see 1111 all the time. And I have a friend that actually believes, and she told me something about, what was it? Angelic numbers. I actually, that I always because someone asked me if I cleanse my decks, and yes, I do them with sage. I sage my house a lot, and I do this in a sort of practice that it has to do with herbs, resins, and it has to do it's not just lighting an incense stick, the ones that you buy from the store. It's more about you drying your own herbs. It's a ritual. It's beautiful. And I think that Mexican people actually were the ones that originated, because the bowl where I set the fire, where I set it everything on fire and the smoke comes out, it's called copal. It's like a huge cup that is made of ceramic. And in that, I put all the ingredients, and then I sage all my house and all my elements and all my cards. And actually, I feel like it it's sort of like it moves you in it moves your senses. This is something about sounds, herbs, smells. This is why I think that smells are very important. If you are going through some kind of moment where you feel like your energy is a bit stuck, or you feel a bit down because of everything that is going on, if you concentrate on having like beautiful perfume, something that makes you feel happy when you smell it, that is like this moment of, your whole senses open and you are concentrate on the now. Because in the moment you are like, wow, this smells amazing. It's the same when you listen to music that you like. You feel this moment of, wow, I love this song. This is why I always say about K-pop, and this is what I called my life K-pop and well-being, because I think, yes, this is why I think that K-pop, you should take from K-pop what K-pop gives you. They give you good content, they give you great music, they give you great videos, they make you laugh, they make you smile. That's the purpose. That's your purpose of your relationship with K-pop. You shouldn't engage like, oh, this one said this and the other said this, and this nobody from the internet, bashed my favorite, and I'm mad and I'm upset because someone from I don't know where or who is this person said this random thing about my favorite and I'm hurt. And it's like, why are you hurt? Like, probably your idol doesn't even know about these people. So, sometimes people argue about, like, oh, this YouTuber said this about my favorite group. And I'm like, or now I see it more on TikToks, like, oh, this one said this. So I'm responding to that person that said this. And I'm like, but why do you give that people so many attention of yourself? They're living in your head rent-free. Yes. Because actually, for companies, for example, I'm not saying for the idol, because the idol actually must feel weird, reading things online. But for the company, every attention, it's attention. So, it's like they let people fight. That's why fan wars happen. Yes, you feel it like, oh, it was, they said this about my favorite idol or my favorite group, and I feel like it's been done to me. And actually, I think I was talking about this with my army friend, that, I don't know if Lari, you're here, hello, hi, hola. She's an army from Mexico, and I always can have this with my army friends, I can have this very blunt and straightforward vision that I have about BTS and everything related. Not everything, because I don't know much. I don't consume what they do or what the fans say, or I just consume BTS music, that's all. And I'm like, because they were like, oh, someone said this and the boy said this, and I'm like, And I'm worried about the guys, and I'm like, why would you worry about BTS? BTS is millionaire. They are probably in their mansion laughing, like I would worry about me. Like I'm not how can I say this? I don't worry about BTS. BTS is fine. BTS is in a great place. They work really hard to get there. They are in a good place. They have good people around them. They have a good team around them. So it's like, why my poor self, I wouldn't call myself poor, but I would say like, yeah, I would say like, I'm in Latin America, everything that's going on and worldwide, it's a lot of tension. We are going through rough times. Like, I would worry about me. I don't know. She has been a target of K-pop fans for so long. Yes, yes, it's true. Jennie, yeah. Jennie is like, this is like the one person that gets all the hate just because she breathes. But we have to learn from Jennie, because I don't think Jennie cares. I don't think Jennie cares. Because you know what? Because she's living her dream. And I think that she's aware that her dreams and her ambitions and her role in this industry has this kind of consequences also. Yeah. So I'm like, why would I also read comments about Jennie. I remember when the whole Kai thing blowed. Oh, yes, they have an obsession with Jennie. This is why I was also talking to you about the other day, that I feel like people that say that they love you, but actually they hate you. It's this sort of love like covered in hate. Like, oh, I don't like you, but I cannot stop watching you. And it's like this. Exposition is like this. And the only thing that you can do is to remember the good people that you have. She has fans. She has people that love them, that love her. As long as she has that system of support, there's nothing that can bring her down. Or any idol. Any idol. I think that as Jennie had talked about, that she had some kind of body condition that it lowers her. I don't know if it's breathing or something like that, but when I remember once I was doing a reading for her, and I got this feeling of my whole body hurting, like my bones. Yeah. When it comes to Jennie, when I read for her once, I felt like my whole body hurt. When you do a workout routine and you feel like your whole body sores? Well, that's what I felt when I read for her. So I don't know if she deals with chronic pain. That she feels a bit like weakened after she does a sort of like very strong routine or something like that. Yes. With Monster X, I actually don't know what's wrong with people in Monster X, because they are great guys. Oh, she has a chronic ankle injury. Oh. Oh. But also, I think that, I'm not an expert, about like being an idol, but I think that this is why maybe you probably have like the main dancer. Yes, this is why you have the main dancer. It's like there's this person that brings the energy to the group, and there's this person that can like, continue in that energy. But then, if you want me, I don't know. No, I mean, if I want me, no, if you want me to be as energetic as the main dancer, the one that is in the center at the part of the choreography, and you want me to look pretty and comfortable and funny and not to get my hair dangled with the mic and my whole top bother me and the clothes that are very uncomfortable and not to mention if I wear heels, so you want me to look polished and you want me to be an icon, you want me to be a fashion icon, but you want me to also do like a lot of stunts on stage, like, and also rap, like 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 I don't think you can do it all, honestly. I mean, this is why the main dancers or the people that are the greatest dancers, when they dance, when they move, they have a very resolutive body posture. That it doesn't matter if their hair is like this, if their mic is like this. They always like a cat. They always are like, like um, um, they I don't want to say jump, but they land on the right. When you read about Treasure, I have to read about Treasure. I read that actually it was really hard for them to actually get a comeback. So right now that I'm seeing that they have a comeback, I'm like, thank God. And I love the song. I'm like, thank God, thank God. Hola, Larry. Good morning. I was like, thank God they got a new comeback. And the song, it's great. I love it. I love it. It reminds me a bit of Icon. I don't know why. I was like, is this an Icon song? I don't know why, but we can pull a card for Treasure later. I actually wanted to do this week all the pendant readings that I have for the groups. Did you hear one of new comeback? Yes, I did. Yes. Yes, I did. Since he was so excited about it when I read for him, I was like, oh, I have to. They had a hard time, really. It's just that I think that being a YG artist is like, is so, is painted very differently to what actually the artists go through in the company. I'm an ITINI, so I cannot, but I love the girls. I think that they had to have a comeback, they have to have a debut. I think that the problem is the people behind them. With Yeonhun, Yeonhun, Yeonhun is very Leo. Yeonhun is very Leo, very very sunshine, very bright, very. And also he has a moon in Libra, so he has a moon in Libra, which makes him also more adorable and lovable. And like this, he is the kind of guy that not only because he is handsome, but also he has a great personality for being in the industry, because he's pleasant to look at, and at the same time he has good manners. I think I heard he has a Virgo rising. He has a Virgo rising. That's the part where he lost me a bit, because like I'm like can you show a bit more of yourself? Like, is there something more about you? Um, I think I read for Jenny. I did a reading for her birthday, actually. I don't know if it's in there, but then we can ask for Jenny as well. So there's something about Young-hoon. Is it Young-hoon? I always get confused. Yes, Young-hoon. There's something about Young-hoon's energy that I think he needs to work a bit more on being more than just a pretty face, because I think that if he stays there, he will always be just a pretty face. And I think that this is because of her Virgo rising. It's like he's so perfect. Like he seems like so like he doesn't do anything wrong. Like I'm perfect. Like but he's a nice guy. He's really nice. Which company is the best? Oh, I don't know about companies. I don't trust companies, to be honest. I don't trust companies. I don't trust companies. Yeah, I don't trust. I don't trust any company. Like K-pop companies actually, yes, they all about business. And it's like, yes, they do look like they have a great acceptance and consideration to their idols when the idols are doing great with numbers. Like everything is possible if your numbers are going as we expect them to. But it's sad. I used to draw Starship because when I used to talk. Yes, but you should take his experience. Actually, oh yes. Actually, they also sell themselves. Um, they also sell themselves. Oh, I have Suho, is it or Sehun? I have him on my list. Putri, remember when I start doing the readings? Remember, please let me know that I have to read for him first. I forgot to bring paper and pen again. I said I'm going to write down your request, so I don't. But remember, if you can, do me this favor. Remember the questions that have been asked. When I'm done reading for someone, like you tell me, oh, I'm next or something. But please be respectful. Yes, Sehun. Sehun was first. It's good for the artist. The company behaves like a business. Yes, but in the case, it's a case of one. I think that if he said that he talked really positive about the company, it's because they sell themselves as that way. And he was really excited, probably. Yeah. Yes, I think that's like they just want the money. They just want the money, and to be honest, I don't think they take care of their idols' mental health like they say. Some of them are like, oh, yes, we send them to therapy, or we send them to, oh, we have, I don't think they have. No, because their culture is not about spending money on counselors. And if they get you a psychiatrist or a therapist, probably is someone that is going to give you a medication. So probably someone that is going to stop your symptoms right away. I don't think it's someone that you can actually have one-on-one conversations. Because if you have a conversation with a therapist, that that therapist has to be silent about what you say in the during the session, because it's confidentiality. When I was working for a company and I studied counseling, I had a sort of project about, because I focused a lot on, bringing a bit of wellness and a bit of like, like a sort of service for the workers, or for the people working in there. So they were like working with under a lot of pressure because they had to deal with people. So their mental health were increasing, were like decreasing actually. So I was like, oh, maybe we could have like a small place or an office where we can talk about the problems, and it is going to be the confidentiality, and it sounded, and actually everyone were really happy about it. The people working there, they wanted that kind of service because they wanted to have someone to talk to about how they felt. And actually the company declined the project because they were like if you are like this sort of therapist, you will be working for the company. You wouldn't be working for the person. So if you are like a sort of therapist working for a company, you have to let the company know everything that had been discussed. So it's not about, oh, we have such a goodwill that we want to give our workers a place where they can have mental health support. So if they do have professionals, or if they do have like people, therapist or some kind of counselor working in the company, that person is actually leaning more towards the company's interest than to see the person getting better. Actually, they want the person to get better, but to get back to work. So if this idol or this person is struggling because it's the profession that is making them ill or not feel okay, is like, what is the therapist? First of all, if you're a therapist, you cannot tell your client what to do because actually they are expressing themselves. But what kind of report are you going to present to the company? Oh, this person says that you are a bad manager. So what can we do about this? So, I think that they do say that they take care of. Yes. Yes. So I think that if they do have a sort of mental health promotion or someone like this, it would be to actually like if they have to get a medication, they give the medication. If they have to get them a place, a place where they talk and they express themselves. And I don't know if you ever work in a company, in a corporation. They always seem, especially the HR people, they always seem very interested and eager to listen to you and your concerns. But at the end of the conversation, they want you to leave with the impression that you have to change. That, okay, but we need to get back to work. Well, how can we do this? It is like this. Because you are on their territory. So, but if for example, if an idol gets like psychological help for themselves with their own means, which I believe that probably is very expensive. I don't know if that's so accessible. Then yes, they would have like a place where they could really trust the professional. Because the professional, you do have ethics, you do have, and in this case, I think we all should be like this. For example, I am a therapist, but at the same time, I am a tarot reader, and I had a lot of people consulting me. Probably they were my coworkers, or they were my family, or they were my friends, or there were people that I know that knows other people that I know, and I have confidentiality. I don't talk about, oh, this person consulted me and she wanted to know about this. No, you have to be silent, because the person is trusting you with their personal problems. You cannot disclose them. You cannot go around talking, oh, you know what she said to me? No, you cannot do that. You cannot do this. Will spill the guts to their counselor if they know that they may be good. Yes. Need to work more kind. Yes. We have no idea what they're going through until we hear a very sad news. Then the world starts like, oh my God, how did this happen? Like, come on, don't you know why this was originated? Trends. Oh, okay. Yes, Larry, we can read for them. We can put them in the list. And the leader, it's also a sort of, that position is made, especially in groups, for you to keep the group in line. So you are this sort of mediator between the company or the CEO or the manager and the group. Because you have to, yes, because you as a leader, you do have to tell your superior what's the status of the group. This is why the leaders are made, for a group. So that person can give a sort of a small and brief update to the manager or whoever requests it. How the group is doing. Is this issue solved? Did these two people make up? Are they still arguing? Is this person doing okay when it comes to the performance? What do you think about this? How can we resolve this? But at the end, it's the company, the one that makes the final decision. The leader is sort of a spokesperson. It's always the spokesperson. But the resolution is being made by the company. This is why the leader has to be neutral. And you do see a strong leadership when I get angry when Monster X and want to hang out together. The friendship, yes. Yes. To the image of company capers, yes. It's just that, have anybody ever experimented when? Oh, I'm sorry. Except for Wono, whenever an idol show their abs, I feel so bad because some of them are really skinny. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm from Latin America, and here we are like, don't look at me because I have thyroid. I used to be a skinny. I used to be a skinny person as well, but when you see their bones, I'm like, oh my god. And I know those are beauty standards for them, and the girls with the skinny legs, I'm like they are going to break. They are going to break in front of my eyes, and I feel so, I get this feeling of, oh my god, of oh. But he too loses so much weight sometimes. I love to see. I actually prefer my oh yes, yes, because sometimes you are like, how can they be so skinny if they're always like eating? Sometimes when I watch some of my biases or group bee lives, they're always eating, or when I prefer to see them eat while they are talking, and I'm like, I'm getting hungry. And I think I got a bit like, it's because we are in lockdown and everything, but seeing them talking about food and sweets and stuff, it's like you want to taste them yourself, and you are like, oh, the life started. For example, I'm having mate right now, and I'm eating, and you're like, oh, she's eating. I'm going to grab also my coffee, and I'm going to grab my things because I'm hungry, because she is eating, so we can eat together, so we can share a moment. Um, but they're so skinny. And I know that it's just that it's their culture, guys. It's their culture. It's their culture. And it's also because they're really young. Honestly, when I was in my 20s, if you would ask me, have you like, do you know your weight? Um, mm, I never got on those, I don't know how you call it when you weigh yourself, balance, scale. When I was younger, I never heard of a scale. I was natural skinny. Yeah. And I like, honestly, the idols that have a bit of a booty as well. That they have a booty, honestly. I don't like skinny. I know that my NCT bias, Utah, is really skinny. I noticed that he's really skinny. But oh well, he has tattoos, so I'm sold anyways. I'm sold anyways. But there's something is about yeah, yes. Yes, Rose is very skinny. I believe that she is a skinny. There are people that are just skinny, Jisoo looks curvy, and it's great. I actually love it because when I see a very skinny knee, for example, I get freaked out. Or when their legs are too skinny, that they are too apart from each other. I know that I heard somewhere that actually it's a beauty standard in Korea. Actually, if you have your legs very apart from each other because you are really skinny, it's like the more beautiful you are, I guess. For me, it's like, oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, I would be afraid if I would meet one of them in person. because I think that if they look so skinny on camera, if I see them in real life, I think that they would be much skinnier. And I would be shocked. And I wouldn't be able to, despite of feeling, oh, it's my favorite group, I would be like, oh, I would be like, oh my God, like, what am I watching? Like, because I don't know, sometimes they look different on videos. Yes, yes. But I'm glad they have their friendship. Oh, yes. A leg apart from each other. Yes. Oh, my God. I remember when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I'm sorry, guys, if I talk too much about my childhood or my teenage years, but I was really skinny, like really skinny in the legs, especially. Very skinny, very flat, no curves, nothing. And I would wear like, mini skirts, especially the jean ones, and they would look awful on me. I think I was traumatized in wearing short skirts because of I didn't like the way my skinny legs looked with with the shirt. It looked like I had two sticks for a leg, for legs. Like it wasn't flattering at all. So I don't know um, what's. Uh, uh, yes, yes. Actually, to be honest, I never thought that I would be this weight when I was younger. I thought I would always be skinny because I always was like that complexion, and I don't have children, so all of a sudden, like my thyroid appeared as an issue, and now I'm I'm like chubbier. I think I have a few extra pounds. A few. I'm saying a few, but I think there are a lot. But well, okay. Body weight fluctuation. Like I said, in the case of the Twice member, it's a bit hard to address because somehow it's not something that is up to you. It's your whole system. Or if you're on medications, that medication makes you gain weight. That's why I don't judge people because not all people get chubbier or fat because they eat a lot. Actually, there are a lot of people like me that we have like thyroids or we have other health conditions that make you more fat or fat if you were skinny. Um, okay, guys, we had been talking for an hour. Actually, I have been talking for an hour. So now we can move on to the questions. Sorry. Just that the weather is changing and I'm allergic to weather change. So who was in the list? Oh, this is another deck. This is the Gil Tarot. For those who want to know, this is the one that is based on the Kabbalistic, and it has a lot of. This is the Tree of Life, and it has a lot of meaning. Okay, wait, Larry, wait, Larry, wait, because the messages disappear. My context in one country all share similar appearance, but instead of embracing the finest standards. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with. I always forget his name. Sehum. I always want to call him Suho, and I know that Suho is the leader, but I always mix Suho with Sehun. Okay, Sehun. Sehun is 1. Oh, it started raining again. Sehun. The 10 of Pentacles. Success. Do I need to say more? This is for Sehun. Actually, I think that Sehun is going through. It's actually a 10 of Cups. This one, yeah, it's actually he's in a good place in his life. I don't know if maybe the person that asked me about him is worried about something, but I have to do a reading for Treasure anyway. I have to do a reading for Treasure because they are moving on from that state that I read for them, I think 2 months ago. Yeah, I think that he's in a good place in his life and nothing is going to change that. He's feeling really good about everything that he had accomplished so far. So I think that whatever challenges or new stage he's entering in, he's a chill guy. He's not dramatic at all. He's confident. He's confident. I don't think you should worry about him. And also he's a guy that, take care Cosmos, bye. I think he is a very calm guy. He reminds me a lot of Monster X leader energy. Because he is a chill guy, like, okay, what do we have to do? Do I have to work? What is it? You know, like very practical, very down to earth, very realistic, like not a daydreamer at all. And he's living a good life. Yeah, Shonu. Maybe because both of them have like earth moons. Because Sehun has a moon in Taurus and Shonu has a moon in Capricorn, we know it. So for Sehun, he is very stable. He has a good life. He has a good life, and he is a guy that he takes his time to live one moment at a time. Yes. If you have to go, don't worry, it will be available a few hours later. So, but did you have a question? If you have it, please leave it so we can pull a card for me. Need to change the management of. Yes, we can read for that. Larry, if you're still here, can you add KQ? I'm going to bring my paper and pen because I cannot. But yes, I think that Sehun he is living very comfortable life. He's a very chill guy. You know, I feel his energy, you know, like very laid back. I feel his energy very like, you know, like he's like this. Very moon in Taurus, to be honest. You know, he's like this. What do you want me to do? Okay. You know, he is not dramatic. I think that people choose, yes, you know, and you know that's amazing. That's one thing. If you are interested in astrology, I want you to pay attention to how the moon influences a person, because yes, I'm doing the live on my phone. Yes, but I can get a paper pen next time. You know, he is an Aries. Sehun is an Aries. And somehow his moon in Taurus takes over his whole personality. So he's like chill. And have you ever met an Aries sun that is chill? Never. Never. They're always like jumping around and being loud and being all over the place and being a bit chaotic. But in the case for Sehun, he's like, well, for example, SF9, Wheon is a true representation of a Taurus. He represents the chill vibe of being a Taurus male, that he knows that he is handsome, that he's beautiful, that females love him, that he takes care of himself, that he looks good. And he's like, okay, what do I have to do here? What's my role here? That's the Taurus male for you. And in the case of Sehun, it's very influenced. Sehun is actually saving some money. He's someone that is very practical. I can see him like saving some money. He's doing something with whatever he has, finances, and he's doing smart moves. This is also why he is so happy with himself, because the moon in Taurus needs financial stability. So there's something about the decisions that he has been made. Probably he has been saving, or he has been like investing his money, and the things are looking very good for him. So he's like, okay. Oh yes, Jackson is the Aries energy. Jackson is the Aries energy, and he has a moon in Pisces, so it's really, in his case, he's all Aries actually, because yes, he can be sentimental because his moon is in Pisces, he can have this emotional side, but he is always true to his original nature, that it's, I am an Aries. Oh, Jackson is an Aries. Jackson is like, I'm here. Make room. Because I'm going to... I'm just watching you, William, idea romantic date. It's hilarious every time you read Sunny. Yes, I was like, yes, Hilary. I was like, where did William got this from, a fanfic? I swear, Hilary, when I read for his ideal romantic partner, I was like, what am I reading here? Like, I was like, oh, this is such a roller coaster. Like, I don't want to say it's negative nor positive. It's a very twisted and exhausting idea of romance, but I was like, yes, that I mentioned, I was like, what kind of telenovela or soap opera he was watching when he was younger, that he somehow was like, oh, I want my love life to be like this. I think so. He's like, oh, love conquers all. Love conquers everything. Based on what I see already from other readers, wait till you get to him. Oh, I love Ki-hyun. I love him. He's such a sweet guy. He's such a sweet guy. He's the kind of guy that looks sweet, but he is actually wholesome. Yes. Yes. Woo-chan, yes. And Sun loves drama as well. Both of them. Both of them. They love each other's energy. They feed off each other's energy. This is why I think that probably people love that, to see them together, Sun and Woo-chan, because they really have this sort of dynamic where you can see that they motivate each other. It's not like one being clinging to the other and the other one being like, You know, because there's one thing that I don't understand shippings. You know that I do not support shippings. I don't feel comfortable with shippings. But I'm like, if I were going to support a shipping of some members of a group, a specific group, I wouldn't want to be the typical story of one of them being the unattainable one, you know, like, oh, don't touch me. Oh, no, now I want you to be closer to me. Now I don't. No, it's like, are you really shipping? Are you really promoting well your shipping? Because I don't see much chemistry here. That's why I know when they do it for the cameras and when they are the real friendship. You know, there are some things about real chemistry within the members that I think that sometimes people just add the romantic music on the background and probably, you know, like a lot of cheesy captions. So they can compensate that when you watch a video, just a plain video, some people don't have chemistry. Yes. I like to see, I definitely can see two idols when they get along. You can really tell when they get along. When they get along. For example, you know, I always bring BTS as an example, but because, you know, like I always say, BTS introduced me to K-pop. So I always like take them as an example. For example, Hobby and Yoongi's relationship. You know, Hobby is an Aquarius, but he has Mercury and Venus in Pisces. So he is a bit of a Pisces Aquarius vibe. He's even more Pisces than Yoongi actually. And yeah, yes, Hilal, yes, they are. They are very chaotic. I love them. And for example, Yoongi is a Pisces, but his moon is in Virgo, so he's like this detached Pisces, you know, the kind of Pisces that he's too sensitive, that he doesn't let you get near him because he's afraid of getting hurt. Because so sensitive that he's afraid of getting hurt. But when it comes to them, and because both of them share Earth moons, Hobby is a Taurus moon, and Suga it's a moon in Virgo. When they are even sitting next to each other, you can see how Yoongi's body language change when Hobby is around. And he doesn't do that with the other members. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't like, because I will have to clarify this, no? That doesn't mean that he doesn't like the other members. It's just that Yoongi is a moon in Virgo. He's not going to go around kissing people or asking people to hug him and give him loves. He is not affectionate, but he is a guy that he will be of your service, or he will help you with something wherever you need. He will help you in a very practical way to show you that he cares. But in the case of his relationship with Hobby, he's more willing, his body language changes. Even he becomes funnier and goofier when he's with Hobby. He moves when he's with Hobby. He laughs when he's with Hobby. Everyone is talking. When they are the 7 members, everyone is talking. But when Hobby speaks, Yoongi is like, Sun in Aries and Moon in Cancer, people out. They are really cute, yes. It's just that they are not all over the top, or like hugging and kissing each other, you know? They are the real deal. They are the real chemistry. Especially for Earth moons. For Earth moons, it's not about you interrupting my space and coming to hug me and like grab me. No. Like, show me that you care with other way. Listen to me, but don't be all over me, because I don't like it. How does a Sun in Aries and Cancer moon? It's just that it depends on a lot of aspects. I cannot say just with sun and moon, but I can say that when your sun is in Aries, you know, I talked about Aries energy. Aries is the child of the zodiac. So the sun is the planet that rules our Aries. Also, Mars rules Aries. But I mean that Aries is all about, this is why Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, because it's all about the me, the start of the zodiac. It's all about, when we start, we are the babies. We start as babies. We are innocent. We come just like we come. And one thing about Aries is that it doesn't matter what traits or emotional different elements in their birth charts. Aries is always true to themselves. They are always true to their energies. They are always true to what they think, what they feel. They look at you straight in the eyes. They are very blunt. They are always like looking for something to do. You know, so if you have a moon in Cancer, probably you are very emotional. And for example, you have a lot of mood swings. And also the phases of the moon can affect you as well. So you are very emotional, very emotional. But since you are in Aries, it's possible that you talk about what you feel. Because some moon in Cancer people depend on the other aspect. They are very secretive sometimes, and they tend to be passive aggressive because they don't dare to say what they are really thinking or feeling. For example, moon in Cancer people tend to get offended very often. Hi, Cre. I don't know if I call you Cre or Olivia. So to be an Aries with a moon in Cancer is like, yes, I'm emotional. Yes, I may get offended like 14 times a day, but I will tell it to your face. Yeah, the Cancer rising also. It's a lot of emotional, a lot of need to be loved, you know, like, okay, bye, spirit. A lot of need to be understood and appreciated for your emotional deepness, you know. So moon in Cancer are very intuitive people as well. I always tell moon in Cancer people to follow their instincts or their intuitions, because they are very, but they just have to get past the period of where they suspect everyone. That's something about a very moon in Cancer people, that they think that everyone is against them. Oh, you said this to me, so I'm offended. So you probably did this on purpose. So I think that you don't like me, and I'm hurt because you don't like me. And it's like this whole excess of probably tears and disappointment, and it's like maybe that person just had a bad day and they just, I don't know. But they are, and they are very loyal. That's one thing of a moon in Cancer, that they're very loyal people. Very family orientated, that in a sense that they love their people. They love their people very much. They tend to stick by their people. Okay, Hive, new Japanese boy band. Hive, new Japanese boy band. But the Six of Wands in reverse. This is the card of victory, and it's in reverse. So yes, they could be victorious, but there's going to be, since this is in reverse, you know, like I always say, the energy is a bit blocked. So probably they are still working on the details. I think that you will probably hear from them very soon, this is the year. I think that this is the year that Hive really has to release these guys. Like, please, they want to work. They have so much energy. This is why they got the Six of Wands. They cannot wait to actually start, like, being more on the scene. They are really excited. They are very young. That's the reason they are very excited. They have all this energy. But there's a bit of a slowdown. There's a bit like a bit of blockage there. But Hype Japan is very different, right? Oh yes, they are more active on media. Yes, and I think that the guys want more action. They want more action. They want more action. They want to perform, or they want to, like, show their talents physically with their bodies. They're very passionate people. But I don't know, but is Hype Japan different from? It's very different actually from Hive Korea, because there's, like, miscommunication probably. Like, they don't, when you send an email to someone and you are, like, waiting for confirmation and they never reply, or somehow you have to send the email 1,000 times because they say they didn't get it. Something like that. So I don't know what's going on in there. There's a bit of competition in there. But don't worry, they will get the guys out when they need them. If they have a scandal or something, they're going to get them out to cover everything. Because this is about selfish move, actually. I think that they are, like, having the... Oh, I'm going to read for YG New Girl Group later. Someone actually asked me to do a reading for YG Girl Group debut or comeback. Someone said something like this on a comment. And I was like, but is there a debut? Like, is there a confirmed debut or comeback, or I don't know how it's called? Because the last time I read for them last year, actually, I didn't see anything happening. Actually, I saw a lot of like, delays. Like, a lot of ideas, but nothing in physical, like the project well done. Like, well prepared, ready to go. Probably this year, but YG is a pretty messy energy. The company is very messy. It's like they have so many artists on hold that if they have one group out, I mean, like, comeback, it affects the others. It's like if you got a comeback of a certain member or a certain group, then the others have to wait. Something like this. Maybe it's a tactic. Maybe they want, but I think that it's very lazy, actually, to do that. I don't mean that you have to bring all the artists at the same time, of course, but it's like you could do a bit more. There are fans waiting. There are fans waiting. You are lucky enough that you have fans that are waiting for your artist, so please do something about that. Like, because it's about the audience, satisfying the audience, because you are working for an audience. So why do you elaborate so many fandoms, and why do you keep them hoping? Like, you keep them hanging. It's not funny anymore. I think that probably they thought about this as a marketing strategy, but now it's useless actually, because if you see how the other companies are managing their artists and their artists, you know, you're like, what's going on with YG? Keeps fooling blinks about blank. Yes. Oh, that's the same. That's the same. No, that's something that someone asked me. They wanted me to do a reading for Blackpink comeback, and I was like, "What comeback? Like, do we have a date? Like, because I want them to have a comeback, of course, but if I want to read for their comeback, do they have a date? You know, please give me information. Bring me information that I can work on. Okay, let's move on to Red Velvet's Wendy. Can someone tell me, because I don't think I read for Wendy, can someone tell me her sun sign? When is her birth date? Because I think the only ones I read from Red Velvet, it's Joy, Irene, Solji, but Wendy, not yet. Oh, it's coming with a... Oh, again, merchandise. Again? Poor blinks. They I mean, it's like they don't understand. They give them merchandise, but what about the experience of a new music? What about the joy and the excitement of watching the girls perform? I don't want more carton boards. Like, have you read? Could you look why Utah is so attracted to Mark? Wendy, 21 February. Not. Oh, I should do a reading for her. She's also a Pisces, isn't she? She's a Pisces. Oh my. Sorry, I'm not going to get all these cards. I'm sorry. What's going on with this female? Wow. Well, I'm going to show you. No, I haven't yet. Oh, this is a lot. Oh, this is a whole reading. I'm not going to read the whole, but I can tell you a bit about this. Probably she has a lot of conflicts and arguments with someone of the company that is stopping her from actually doing what she wants or releasing like something, a project of hers that she wants to actually release for a while. And like there's something that she probably had been working that she really wants it to be out, because she came out as the Empress. So this girl is like a magnet of full ideas. She has always brand new ideas. She is like creativity in person. But somehow, sorry, there are a lot of conflicts with someone. But I think that she got into an argument sorry, with someone very influential from the company. Oh, sorry, it's allergies. That she is demanding a change, because the death card also came out. So she is demanding a change, and really fast, on her situation. And she's finally like talking to someone that could be like like the CEO or someone very influential that she's like, okay, you need to listen to me. I want to do this my way, and I want to do it now. I don't want to keep doing the things like I used to be doing them. I want more. She's a bit tired. There's something that happened with her. I don't know what is it, but something happened with her that she's very upset about being left behind. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Josel. Thank you. I know that video is not popular, because I don't talk about them being lovers and like, my God, people cannot see two famous people getting along. Yes, they look pretty together. Yes, they look at each other in the eyes when they talk. Yes, they're human. Sorry, guys. Probably it's also Wendy's energy. Did you see how the cards came out? She is a bit upset about something, or she had been holding on too much anger. I want to know where her moon sign is. I'm interested. I should do a reading on her very soon. But I think that these cards that came out were the reading actually. I'm going to display them in the next reading for her. I'm going to use if I can find them, the same cards, and I'm going to expand the interpretation. So who's next in the list, please? If someone knows. Trends. Oh, what's going on with all these people? Like, all the cards are jumping on me. The Queen of Cups. So, a great beginning. A great beginning. They actually, this card is called Contemplation. I think that they will get a lot of attention from older females, like Nunas, because there's something about their emotional nature. There's something. They are very sensitive, actually, and very emotional. At least I think that where the concept and where they are aiming to is to aim to people's, especially the feminine, emotional nature. So probably not this song, but the next one is going to be very emotional. So they are very sensitive. They are very intuitive about also. They want to sort of bring like a fantasy, or to sort of like inspire females to fantasize about them, or to use them as a fantasy, so they can reach emotional fulfillment. So the ladies will definitely love them, and actually they will show a very protective love towards them. They're going to do great, actually. But they are very intelligent, because I think that they had done a kind of research, or their concept is very well planned. It's not just about the looks and the choreography and the song. It's more about getting to you, at least the female audience, getting to them to a very unconscious and a bit like, very professional, actually. Are they ruled? Are they managed by a female? Because I see female energy here. There's a very influential female, actually, that is the one that it's like, okay, we should do this, or we should add this, or we should like go for this. And they are going to do great. They're going to be different. Yes, there's a lot of maturity also. They the members are they are very well prepared emotionally for fame as well. They are very intelligent guys emotionally. Probably when they perform, they will be able to transmit emotion or to get to your subconscious or your unconscious. Very romantic. Very romantic. I see a lot of female falling for them. Oh, and I think that I think it was Putri that actually asked me when I read for Sehun if he was going to be in a relationship or if he was going to be okay in love or something like that. And you know, I want to expand that because I saw that actually included when I pulled the 10 of Cups. Because the Ten of Cups, yes, is success, but it's success from an emotional point of view. So yes, he can be great at how he's balancing his finances, but also I think that he's going to be very lucky in love. And he's also going to be a very like nurturing relationship with his family. So it's like a success, but it's a success in all the aspects. It's not just in the financial aspect. It's more about also your emotional desires or feelings. So who's next? Oh, QK. QK and their management to 80s. Imagination, 7 of Wands. See what I told you when I did the reading about 80s last year? I'm sorry, Kiki. I'm sorry. I'm not good at English. Well, that one, you know. Oh my God. And yes, I think that in that reading, I said that they needed to hire people with better ideas or actually like to expand their tactics, actually to, you know, to bring something. I wouldn't say to bring something different because, yes. Actually, it's not because actually I think that the part of being different or being innovative is done by the group. The group does it. The group works really well with the little they gave them, actually. But I think that this company definitely needs to put a little bit of imagination, a little bit more of fuel, put a bit more fire, like work faster. Like, come on, you have a lot of people attention, a lot of people interested in the group. So come on, give them more. Give them more. Like, like move. I feel like they are very stagnated in there. They are like, oh yes, like while the guys are jumping and being funny and and creating all these great experiences for the fans, so the fans don't get bored, and they are always communicating, and they are always building their they are doing it. They are the machines of the company. So I think that when it comes to KQ, yes, they need to bring a bit more of imagination. And I think that this is why some people are, I wouldn't say there are people that are copying them, but I think that you will see a lot of copycats. Because they are not, it's like, okay, you got your group out there, like, use your imagination, do more. Do more. Yes, it's a 7 of Wands. So I think that there will be action. But they need to connect with imagination. They need to sit down with a draft and they need to plan something new. Like, come on, get out of the already the known. And like I mentioned, I don't think they have creative people in there. I think that they have people that play the role, and I think that they are relying on the leaders, on Honjun's imagination or on Honjun's creativity. This is why Hyunjun feels so responsible and so tired sometimes and so exhausted and overwhelmed, because he's like, okay, I want to create something new because I know I can do it, and so I don't have to wait for someone to bring me something. I'm going to do it myself. And they need to, I think they're very lazy, to be honest. They are relying so much. They're comfortable because the guys can do it for themselves. So I think that they are a lazy company. They could do more, but they are comfortable. They are comfortable, and then they send the guys because they know the guys have the charisma, they know the guys have the power. So the guys are a representation of them. They're probably lazy, or they have lazy people working for them, but we have artists that are very energetic. So yes, our company is energetic too. No. You need to make a name for yourself as well, because your artists are already advancing, they are already growing, they are escalating. So you need to keep up. You need to keep up because they're going to leave you. Probably they have a sort of CEO or someone that is a bit like dreamy, or it's a bit like it's not very realistic on their goals or aspirations. Okay, guys, who is next? I have 7 minutes and then I'll get going myself too, because you have to move on with your Sunday, enjoy your Sunday, and I have to go cook for lunch. SF9. This will always go well. Always. Always. It's just that it would be great if the company can, like, step up their game. It seems like they want to play safe. The guys already paid their part. They already paid their debts. Yes, the fans also. The fans are even more like more than. But a new person will come. I said this in the reading, I believe, that I did for AT's, the 3 months reading prediction, that I said that someone new is going to come to the team, and this person is going to bring some new ideas. So don't worry. Partnering for Hein. Hein, the actor, the Snowdrop actor. I'm sorry, I sometimes forgot his name. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll try to do it today. William, SF9 William. The lovers. Our lover boy. He's getting a proposition. Is he working on a drama or something like that? He's getting propositions. It's just that their energy, Hilal, their energy is so strong that I don't need to pull a card for them. I know. And it's not because I'm an 18. I just know it energetically. You're welcome. Wujan the lovers. Is he working on some? He's like in the middle of signing a deal, or he is like still deciding which way to go. But yes, it's just that there's something about Wei Yang that I think he should remain in the romantic K-dramas gender, because he is really good at that. These roles are really good for him. He's also a moon in Pisces. So, he does have these romantic vibes. He does play a good role. I don't know if he ever got like a lead role. Probably he does want that. There's something about him actually, like I think that he's a very sentimental guy, that I think that probably he feels the best when he is acting. That he feels like it's his passion, or it's his calling, or it's his, he feels really comfortable. So I think he should wait for, he should keep going in acting. I don't know about the group, because I think that he has so much potential for different things. This is his moon in Pisces, because actually, it's very rare for a male Taurus guy to actually want to do something different. They actually stick to one activity at a time. But in his case, he does have so many like artistic side that he could actually like get into. And for him to play a role is not difficult, because actually he's so sensitive and he's so good at putting himself in other people's shoes, or story, or circumstances, or imagining what it's like to be that person, because he's empathic. So for him it's like, oh, I can do this. He sort of, it's like he channels the role he's playing, he channels the energy really well. And also I think that also in K-dramas you can appreciate his beauty more than actually watching him on stage. Because yes, he does have the charisma to be on stage, but on a stage or on a comeback, it's like, yes, you see him performing and then that's it, but probably in a K-drama or in a production or on a movie, you can see much more of him. You can follow his expressions. And he also needs something more. He's looking for something more. He's looking for a deeper meaning about why he does what he does. I think he's not satisfied yet with the role he's playing in the industry. He wants more. It's not that he wants more. He wants something different, more fulfilling. Okay, the last one is Itzy Charion. Itzy Charion. Is she the one that is a Gemini with the moon in Capricorn? I know she's a Gemini. Because JYP does love Capricorn placements in his artists, especially the ones that send out. I'm saying this because of JB. Then you have Twice Gijo, that she's Venus and Mars in Capricorn. He definitely loves Capricorn energy. But Capricorn energy don't like him. They eventually want to become their own bosses and leave him. Yeah. Yes, she is the one. Yeah. Charion. Oh, but I'm not going to fix it. It came in reversed. The strength in reversed. So, you know, if it were like this, it would be good news. If it were like this, it would be challenging, in the sense that she probably is not feeling like she is strong enough. In a sense that there's not a lot of support towards her person or actually her development. Like, I don't know if maybe she's not getting good feedbacks or no one is giving her feedback. So she's feeling a bit invisible, actually. You know, like no one reinforces her good job, because I think that she does a good job. So she feels like a bit, you know, like unstable, a bit nervous, you know, because the strength is not about the strength itself. It's more about you being able to control your desires and you being able to control the lion inside of you. So it's all about you like controlling your instincts. So if it's in reverse, she probably has like a lot of anxiety, like she feels frustrated with herself. You know, probably she's very harsh on herself. She wants to achieve perfection, and I think that she does achieve perfection because she is a moon in Capricorn. So she is diligent. She is extraordinary. She is professional, but there's no one there to tell her that she is. So this is very important for an artist, you know, to have people to give them a feedback. To, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you remind them that they are doing great. You need to keep reminding them that they are doing great. You know, you need to keep giving this element of like, okay, you know, like supporting them, because they need to hear it sometimes. They need to. You know, they need to hear their teachers, their mentors, their coaches. They need to hear these people, you are doing great. And I think that she has been doing great from day one. It's just that I don't know if her popularity or promotion or the way she's promoted, probably she doesn't get that much recognition. And she wants to. Everything she does is actually to aim perfection and to get recognition, because she knows she's good at what she does. But somehow, at least for now, she's not feeling supported. She's not feeling like she is appreciated. So she's like, but remember that these cards are only for today. So don't get all like sad nor worried that she is going to feel like this her whole life. No, it's just a moment, the moment of today. This is the card of the day. So yes, guys, thank you, Ladi. I think we completed the list. I think we have enough in pendant, and I want to set you all free so you can enjoy and I can enjoy my weekend. And for those who are going to watch this later, I also appreciate your support. So yes, I will see you in my videos and also in the next live next Sunday. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. YouTube, adios.